This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Alleged G-City gang member killed in Montego Bay. The alleged G-City gang member that was shot and killed in an early morning police military operation in Salt Spring, St. James on Wednesday has been identified. He is Tevin Stewart, otherwise called Pete, an alleged top-tier member of the gang. According to the police, one M16 assault rifle, 2 handguns, and 60 assorted rounds of ammunition were seized during the operation. The Independent Commission of Investigations has commenced a probe into the fatal shooting. As the investigation continues, the police are encouraging persons to share information about guns, gangs, and wanted men by calling their local police or Crime Stop at 311. INDCOM probing fatal shooting of man said to be of unsound mind by police. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDCOM, is probing the shooting death of a man said to be of an unsound mind by the police in Amity District in Westmoreland on Tuesday. The deceased has been identified as a 30-year-old Dean Wedderburn. According to INDCOM, it is reported that cops were on an assignment in the area when they approached a naked man who was seen along the roadway. It is alleged that a struggle ensued between one of the police personnel and the man, and the cop's firearm was discharged. The injured man was pronounced dead at the Savannah Lamar Hospital. INDCOM says no weapon or other items was reported as retrieved from the incident scene. It says a team processed the incident scene, including the collection of forensic exhibits and the firearm of the cop. Initial interviews and witness canvassing were also conducted by the investigative team. Man escapes from Runaway Bay police lockup. The police in St. Anne have launched a manhunt for a prisoner who escaped from the Runaway Bay police lockup this morning. Being sought is 31-year-old Dale Douglas, who was in custody on charges of having sex with someone under age 16 and assault occasioning grievous bodily harm. The police are urging the public to be on the lookout for Douglas. Persons with information on his whereabouts are being asked to contact the Runaway Bay Police at 876-973-7057, Police 119 emergency number, or Crime Stop at 311. The constabulary force has been dogged by several jailbreaks and corruption allegations since last year. In December, Police Commissioner Anthony Anderson in a statement said that while due process will be observed, the recent escapes of detainees would have repercussions. Let me make it abundantly clear to the public and to the men and women I lead that this matter of accountability that I take very seriously. When people, through negligence or unprofessionalism, cause the name of the JCF to be tarnished, there must be consequences, he said. He made the remarks after a news report last December on a corruption probe into police complicity in the escape of fugitive 27-year-old Arville Purnell, who is wanted in St. Lucia on murder and other charges, and who simply walked out of jail at the Kingston Central Police lockup. At the time, the police high command revealed that 11 personnel across junior and senior ranks have been interdicted. No updates have been provided on the status of those investigations. Man gunned down outside a basic school in Westmoreland. A man was killed in a gun attack outside the compound of the Grange Hill Basic School in Grange Hill, Westmoreland this morning. 26-year-old carpenter Jervain Liu, who was from Patrick Drive in Top Lincoln in Grange Hill, was shot multiple times and died on the spot. No motive is yet to be established for the shooting. It is reported that Liu rode his motorcycle with a woman and a child to the school about 8 a.m. and dropped them off. On leaving the compound, he was pounced upon by 2 men traveling on a motorcycle who opened a fire, hitting him. Cops from the nearby Morgan's Bridge police station came to the scene. Classes at the school were suspended for the day following the fatal shooting. Girls are suspended after fight and stabbing at Mushet High. 2 female students at the Mushet High School in Trelawney have been suspended after a fight in which one was stabbed and injured. The incident happened on Monday, and the police are to speak with the parent of both students later Wednesday. One of the girls was stabbed in the face and arm during the fight. The other girl was taken into police custody and later released to her parents. Several videos of the fight, the injuries, and even the detention of the alleged stabber by the police have been placed on social media. Efforts to speak to the school principal, Leighton Johnson, were not successful, but the head of the Jamaica Constabulary Forces Trelawney Division, Superintendent Carlos Russell, said the girls are suspended from school and the police are looking into the incident. The police are still doing some work around it. The parents are supposed to come in today to talk with us, Superintendent Russell said. The injured girls' parents were not available yesterday. He said the school is already on board and is cooperating with the police. Following Wednesday's meeting, the police will see the best way forward. It is not known what caused the fight, but one video footage shows the two girls throwing punches and kicks. Some students looked on excitedly, cursing indecent language and cheering, while others tried to part the fight. When they were finally parted, one of the girls had blood on her school clothes from several stabs she got from what seemed to be a pen. Another video showed the girl with the bleeding stab wounds standing alone as some students led her away, apparently to get the treatment. In another footage, the student accused of doing the stabbing is seen being taken from a bus by the police, while in another picture, the student who was injured showed her sewed-up wound. The incident happened the same day as another stabbing at Magotty High School in St. Elizabeth, which left a student nursing a stab wound to the head. A picture of the victim with a pen protruding from his forehead was circulated on social media. Police in St. Catherine list 5 wanted men. The St. Catherine North Police have listed 5 men as wanted in connection with serious crimes committed in the parish. They are Kevin Fletcher, otherwise called Tippy, of Victoria District, Linstead in St. Catherine. He is wanted for shooting with intent. Shamar O'Connor, alias Zoom, who frequents Ocherius in St. Anne and Portmore, St. Catherine. He is wanted for wounding with intent. Andy Parkinson, who frequents McCook's Pen in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. He is wanted for shooting with intent. Alvin Messam, otherwise called Kevin, who frequents Toss Pen, Eldersley Pen, and Williams Lane in St. Catherine. Junior Brown, who frequents sections of Manchester. The men are being asked to turn themselves into the Spanish Town Police immediately. Anyone with information on their whereabouts is asked to contact the Spanish Town Police at 876-984-2305, Crime Stop at 311, or the nearest police station. DPP rules no criminal charges in locks cutting case of Nzinga King. Director of Public Prosecutions Paul Llewellyn has ruled that the police corporal implicated in the haircutting incident involving Rastafarian Nzinga King should not be charged. The Independent Commission of Investigations had also reportedly arrived at a similar opinion. The DPP had been awaiting a forensic examination report for the past 3 weeks to complete her ruling. The matter was initially being investigated by the police inspectorate before it was taken over by INDCOM. King, a 19-year-old student from Lioneltown in Clarendon, alleged that her dreadlocks were trimmed by a policewoman while in custody at the Four Paths police station in Clarendon last year. King, who was arrested for disorderly conduct stemming from a June 2021 incident at a taxi park in Maypen in the parish, also alleges that her dreadlocks were cut because the police said they were a suicide risk. The allegations sparked outrage from the Rastafarian community. King, who was also charged with a breach of the Disaster Risk Management Act, appeared in the Clarendon Parish Court last Thursday to answer the charge of failure to wear a mask in public. A trial date has been set for June 15. Michael student reportedly abducted and robbed. Members of the Guild of Students at the Michael University College are outraged after criminals reportedly abducted one of its executive members shortly after nightfall Tuesday. The Guild member, whose name is being withheld, says he was robbed and forced to jump barefooted into a gully amid threats that he would be murdered. I feel terrified. I don't even know what to say. I just feel like I want to cry because I am scared. I don't know what else may happen to me. I think I may just go back home because this experience is awful, the 21-year-old said. He explained that he left the university's Marosco Road St. Andrew campus shortly after 7 p.m. Tuesday to purchase food in Crossroads because an administrator had locked the kitchen on Mills Hall, leaving students who lived there with nowhere to prepare meals after 8 p.m. According to the student, he started taking taxis instead of walking the relatively short distance to Crossroads because another student was robbed recently while on foot in the area. He told the news that while he waited outside the campus, a gray Toyota Axio motor car stopped beside him. Another car, a white Toyota Axio, appeared, and its occupants reportedly ordered him to go into the vehicle that had stopped earlier. The student said that he was taken to an area near the Education Ministry's headquarters and robbed of his cell phone, cash, and a bank card. He was reportedly then beaten and ordered to disclose banking information, which the Woodlums subsequently used to withdraw funds from his account. They said they were going to kill me, he said. He added that he, however, did not see them with weapons. According to the student, the presumed killing was put on hold after one abductor encouraged his cronies to wait a while longer. Further reports are that while the student was still near the Education Ministry, the abductors though forced him to jump into a gully. I started running in the gully until I saw the main road. I walked back barefooted to campus, added the student, who said he was left without fare and the pair of slippers he initially wore. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.